Hear this? A person divorces is a woman, they're zero. And then he takes her back. And then he subsequently dies. Reuven and Shem, two brothers. Reuven marries his wife, divorces her, then remarries her. Now, let's say he wouldn't have remarried her. She's off limits to his brother. Right? That's Eishesach. But now he remarried her, now he dies. So what is she now? She's a widow. A widow of who? A widow of the brother. So therefore there's Ibum. That's what it says. So the Gemara is going to explain why. What's the reason why she's permitted to the Yavam? Because we say that we ignore the original divorce, so we say Mises Mapelis. She forced the Ibum from as a result of the second marriage, not this first marriage. The first marriage is like doesn't exist any longer. So she's not Eishes Ach because she's a Grusha. She's Eishes Ach as what? As a Yavama. Rebbe Lezer Osir. Rebbe Lezer says no, that if he was married to once, she's not permitted. She does not fall to Ibum. No, you know. We're talking.
If she gets divorced and marries somebody else.
No.
And then her husband dies.
No. It's understood. She's not. She has to be the widow of the person that the brother should do yibum. You understand?
No, but does it make a difference if the original husband or different husband?
I understand. No, it has to be the original husband. The original husband married her, divorced her, remarries her. Woman's divorced from somewhere else, it's irrelevant. Because he's permitted to that divorcee. Here, because originally he was not, the brother was not permitted to the divorcee. So it's the brother's divorcee. That's a shesach. Okay. Rebbe Lezer Oser. Rebbe Lezer says no. Listen to this one. A person is married to a girl, a minor, which is rabbinic marriage. Divorces her. Verziro. Right? Muteris liyovim. It's for the same reason. Rebbe Lezer Oser. He says, no, it's not permitted. Why? For the same reason. Right? If on a Doraisa level he does it, so on a rabbinic, also not. Ketano Shisio Vio. A Ketana which was married by father sets a Kedushin Doraisa. Listen to the story. V'niz Garsha. And then she was fully married, then divorced. So what is she now? Kisoma B'chayav. So now even the father should remarry her now. Marries her off again. It's only rabbinical. Why? Because since she fully left the domain of the father, she never goes back. There's zero, and then he takes her back. The original husband. The father marries her off to Reuven. Full marriage. Now Reuven divorced. Now Reuven remarries her. The second marriage is what? Rabbinical. He dies. So what is she called? The second marriage Torah doesn't recognize. She's called the divorcee of his brother. So they're definitely, everybody agrees. Asura liyavim. Because she's Gerusha Sochiv. She's not called the widow of his brother, she's the divorcee of his brother. Because the second marriage is what? Only rabbinical. Okay? Omar Eifo. Eifo's an Amora. My time in the Rebbe Lezer. What does Rebbe Lezer say? That if he married her once, divorced her, even though he remarried her, and today she's a widow from that person, there's no yibum. Why? Yeah, because since when he divorced originally, this woman, the Torah says, is not permitted to what? To the surviving brother. Right? To the brother. So even though now, once she's osir as leishis ach, that label sticks. That label sticks. Yeah, Omer le Rabbi Levi, hochi chalitza nami lo tiboy. So what do you need chalitza? If you see her as an eishis ach, Rabbi Lezer only says you don't do yibum, but chalitza you should have. But if you see her as eishis ach, right, you shouldn't even need chalitza. There's no connection. V'chitem hochanami. Maybe some ain't hochanam. Rabbi Lezer, when he says she osa, means there's not even chalitza. There's nothing. There's no connection. V'otanyo mishum Rabbi Lezer omru. We learned in the Brayso. It was said in the name of Rabbi Lezer. Choletzes, she gets chalitza. So you see, there is a connection. So evidently it's the connection. El Omar Eifo. Rebbe Loza lo yadana my timer. Eifo says, I don't understand the position of Rebbe Loza. Why you can't do yibum? Omar Abaye, hainu time Rebbe Loza. He says, I'll explain it to you. Abaye says, I'll explain to you. Misafkale I misa mapelis inesu and harishona mapilim. Here, do you look at the latter at the end of the story? Or because since at one time she was married to the brother the first time, so she's called Grusha Zochiv. Right? The Suin Harap, he says, Inusu Rishon Mapile and Imisu Mapelos. Zermar says, Imis mapeles haram yokamedi libum. Idasum rishonim apilim. Ha'amdole shoachas beisur. But if you say, you look at the first marriage, so she was an Eishasach. Rav Omar lo olam pshita le Rebbe Lezer de misa mapeles. Rebbe Lezer is definitely misas mapel. The reason why you chalitz is not because it's a suffix. Definitely misa mapeles. So why don't you give yibum? Right? You should give yibum. If you always look at the last relationship. Umiu, he says something. Umiu akol b'ki and begerushin. When a woman's divorced, everybody knows she's divorced. Ve'akol b'ki b'chazora. But how do they know that he remarried her? A person gives a get, it becomes public knowledge. When a person marries, it doesn't become public knowledge. Now, so over here, he divorced her. It looks like the brother is marrying the divorcee of the brother. Chazora, Chosra, Kavan, the Yosef to say Yislei Kolo, just the opposite. What are you telling me? All the divorce is known. If they took her back and they're living together, as husband and wife said, everybody knows they're back together again. Somewhere says, Milu Askinon, the Adra Bechkurta. Baby, speaking about he took her back at night, and he passed away during the night. In the morning, he was dead already. So because they never lived together any period of time, so what are people aware of? Only the divorce. So if the brother's going to be miyabim her, what are people going to say? He's been miyabim grushas ochiv, which is incest. Therefore, Rebbe Loza says that we're concerned about that. Therefore, we don't permit it. So, but chalitz you have to give because on the Torah level, you should even give yibum. More says, Ravashi, Hainu Taimad, Rebbe Lezer, the Gozer Hani, Mishum Yisom Chayav, Verziro. Ravashi says, no, you know what the reason is? It's a Gzeira because Yisom Chayav, Verziro. We have the case. A woman, a minor is married off by the father, full marriage. What's the halacha? And then afterwards, the husband divorces her. And now he remarries her as a minor. So we say definitely no yibum, no chalitza, neither. So why? So if we allow this to happen here, people will say, if a man divorced wife remarries her, you can do yibum. What's going to be if you're dealing with Yisam Chayav? People say also yibum, but they're not comparable, the two cases. But since people won't differentiate between one and the other, therefore we say, something, never yibum. Hochram Stavro, and he says it's very logical to say that's the understanding of Rabbi Lazar. Why? B'Riktani Seifa, because how does the Mishnah conclude? Mishnah concludes, Ketana Shisi Ovi Ovin Nizgarasho. A minor who's married off by father and subsequently she's divorced. That's the case of Yisam. She's an orphan even though her father's alive. Verziro. And then he took her back. Divri Akol. Everybody agrees. Jasur Liyobam. Haimai Lememra. Pshito. What's the Kiddush? You have to tell me that. What is the Mishnah concluding? After Rabbi Loza says his case, states his position, he says, if this happens, you can't do yibum. Of course you can't do yibum. She's a grushas ochiv. She's the divorcee of his brother. The second marriage is nothing. Ella lav hokamach. That Rabbi Loza is coming to say, why do I say even on a Torah level? When you should be do yibum, we don't do yibum because it can be confused with this particular case of the minor. Ella hokamach and time the Rabbi Loza goes a hanach mishum hai shmaminos. It's a conclusive proof that Rabbi Loza says, what's the reason why we don't allow it? Here, Norman, you came in a little late. The Mishnah concludes, says, if a father marries off a daughter to a man, even if she's a minor, it's a Torah marriage. He marries her fully. Then the husband divorces her. Okay? Now, the husband remarries her as a minor. The second marriage is rabbinical. The first marriage was a Torah marriage. Okay? Now, let's say now the brother should die. The brother who remarried her, rabbinically, he should die. Does the brother do yibum? The surviving brothers do yibum. You hear what happened? So the Mishnah says that nothing. Why nothing? Because what would you classify her as being? She's the divorcee of the brother. Because the second marriage is only a rabbinic marriage. Okay? Let's say a woman is an adult. He marries her, divorces her, remarries her, and dies. Right? It's a Torah marriage, the second marriage. So she's a widow. She does fall to yibum. But the reason why we don't allow yibum in that case, because this could be confused with the case of the minor. The first time was a Torah marriage, second time was only rabbinical. So therefore she retains a first classification as what? As grushas ochiv. She's the divorcee of the brother. Therefore, Rabbi Loza says, even though on a Torah level you should be do yibum, we don't allow it because it can be confused with the case of the minor. That's what Rav Ashi is saying. That's good. Very simple. And there's reason to be concerned. Tanakam is not concerned. Tanya Kabbasid Ravashi, we have a brisa that supports Ravashi. Modim Chachom Reb Lozer. The Chachomim concur with Reb Lozer. Biktano, Shisi Oviyav Nizgarsho, Hari Kesome B'chayov, Verziro, Shasur Liyovam. Why? Mneshe Gerushel, Gerushin Gemurin. Because the first divorce was a bona fide divorce. She was married on a Torah level. Vein Chazaroso, Chazor Gemura. But when he remarries her, it's not a real marriage. It's only rabbinic marriage. Bemed Vor Mamurim, this is very important. Shegirshok Shiktano, Verziruk Shiktano. He divorced her when she was a minor, and he remarried her when she was a minor. What happens if he divorced her when she was a minor and he remarries her when she becomes an adult? Then it's a Torah marriage, the second marriage, right? Abel Girshuk Shiktan Verziruk Shigadolo. He divorced her when she was a minor, he remarries her when she's an adult. Inam Verziruk Shiktano Vegodle Etzlo. Yeah. Or he remarries as a minor, but she became an adult during that rabbinic marriage. Omes, Ocholetzes, Omesiabemes. You can do either one. Because the second marriage is also a Torah marriage. However, Reb Loza says no. If he remarries her, Choletz lo Mesiabemes. What's the reason? Because we're afraid we'll be confused with the case of what? Of the minor, where the second marriage remained only rabbinical. Okay? Now we have an interesting shayla. According to Rebbe Loza says, what's the reason why we don't allow you to do yibum on a case where he divorced her? Because it'll look like as if he's marrying Grusha Sochiv, the divorcee, right? That's what we're concerned. Okay, or be confused. What about if there was a co-wife? The original man had a wife he never divorced. Rabbinically, do we allow that tzora to have yibum? The woman who was divorced, we don't allow because she's called Grusha Sochiv. Right? She's called the Grusha.
But the tzara, she would go free.
No, it's not a question. The tzara, could you do yibum to the tzara?
Right.
Not go free. Well, the first one, the first one needs chalitza, 100% needs chalitza.
So, go free or not?
No. If the first one gets chalitza, no. If the first one gets chalitza, she definitely goes free. Right. Our question is, could you do yibum to the second one?
So what would you do with the first one?
You do yibum to the second one, the first one goes free. Because she's a co-wife.
Right, but the order you put it was the first wife, the original wife, and then the co-wife.
No, we said the man's married to two women. First one, he married, divorced, remarried. Right. Second one, he was always married to her. Okay?
Initially, yeah.
So we say rabbinically, on a Torah level, you can do yibum even to the first one.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
He was married to her. We're talking about an adult, not a minor.
It would be better for the tzara to be yibum and the second.
But that's not the question. The question is, if the only reason why we don't want you to do yibum in the first one is because she was a grusha,
Right.
so therefore we say definitely no yibum. But do we say because the co-wives, we link them together, as you can't do yibum on the first, you can't do yibum on the second. Or maybe, that's the first question, or maybe you do yibum on the tzara, because the tzara was never, the co-wife was never a divorcee.
Right.
Okay, that's the shayla. Because if they're linked, the two women are linked. And so she's the tzara of a neshus ach, right? We say tzaras erva, you can't do yibum. If a woman's a co-wife to a woman that you can't do yibum to, you don't do yibum on the co-wife either. So that's our shayla here. The reason why you're not doing yibum on the first one's rabbinical, right? So therefore, the question is on her. We know because there could be confusion. The second one is not called a divorcee. So therefore, maybe we let the Torah law play its course and have yibum. Omalei. I mean, the first one is purely gzeira, maybe confused with the minor. So we're going to take the tzora and make a gzeira, fence on a fence. But factually we learned from the brisa that not only the original woman is divorced, you don't do yibum too, even the tzora you don't yibum, right? Hivet tzara sochadaito no. Oh, he tzara choletzes. V'lav cherutzikum tartzitz. Tritzochi says, but you see, the brisa is not really a legitimate brisa. Tritzoch, this way it has to be read. He, the one who was divorced, choletzes, tzarosa, but the co-wife, or choletzes, or mesiabemes. Either one. Next Mishnah. Okay? You ready? Shnei achim nesu shtei achios, ketanos. Two marriages, two sisters who are minors. So they're both rabbinical marriages. Okay? Umez balo shalachs mihen. And then, right, Shnei achim nesu shtei achios, ketanos. Umez balo shalachs mihen. One of the husbands dies. Teitze mishum achos isha. Uptur mechalitza miyibum. So she gets not where it's achos ishto, rabbinic achos ishto, okay? Umeis bal she'achs man, teitze mishum achos isha, chen shtei charei. Let's say they're both deaf mutes. So again, it's a rabbinic marriage. Gedola, it's okay, same thing. What about this? Is the case? Let's two brothers married to two sisters. Gedolu ketana. One sister is an adult, so it's a Torah marriage. The other one's a rabbinic marriage. Meis bal shel ketano, and the husband of what? Tana passed away. Okay, so good. So what happens? Teitzi aktana b'shem achosisha. So she goes off achosisha. What about mesed bal shel gedola? Now becomes a problem. Yeah, this two brothers married to sisters. One's a Torah marriage. So let's say the one who died was the husband of the ketana. Of the gedola. So the one is married to the other sister, rabbinic marriage, but yet he has this. The sister-in-law falls is a Torah marriage. On a Torah level, he's supposed to do yibum to the widow. So what would the best thing? What would be if the one was married to the sister on the rabbinic level? She does miyun. She does miyun. So miyun causes it's as if they were never married. So if she does miyun, then he could do yibum, right? Because she's not called achos ishto. It's as if he was never married to the first one. Not breaks it. It nullifies it. Okay? So let's see. Meis bala shel gedola. Reb Lezo ben belamdim s'ktana shetimoyin. Shetimoyin, we encourage the minor to say miyun. I want out. Once she says out, now the brother who's married to the minor does yibum on the adult sister. Reb Lezo ben no. Im miyano, miyano. We don't put any pressure on her. If she chooses to do miyun, she does miyun. Vimlav, if not, what do? Tamtim nachatagdil. We'll wait till she becomes an adult. So once she becomes an adult, he continues living with her. What is he? So it's his full-blown wife. So now the other one needs nothing because now it's achos ishto. Right? It's the sister of his wife. Rabbi Shlomo. Ilo alishto, ilo aleshis ochiv. Motzi is ishto beget, beishis ochiv bechalitza. What he does know, if she doesn't miyun, he gives his wife the minor a get, which is only rabbinical, and to give chalitza, you don't wait till he becomes an adult. You don't wait for that. Yeah? What you do is, because we want to do the mitzvah, she gives his minor wife a get. So now he has a sister-in-law, fell to Yibum. Yibum we can't do because it appears to be achos ishto. So you know what you do? He gets chalitza. Chalitza allows her to get married. So he doesn't do Yibum. That's her own Leo. Okay? Umishorik. The Mishnah says if two brothers married to two sisters are minors, one dies, the other one what? Either the one goes and marries, gets married, right? Because it's achos isha on Rabbanan. Umishori, the Gemara asks, right? It says, according to, what's his name? Rebbe Lezer says, you teach the minor to do miyun, Rebbe Lezer says. Right? The adult, the one who's married to adult dies, and now the other brother is married to the minor. Rebbe Lezer says, you encourage the minor to do miyun. Does miyun, then he can do yibum. The three things a person should attach himself to. And you should distance yourself from three things. Yidabik v'shloshet dvorim. What should you practice? The chalitza. Chalitza should be encouraged. Chalitza. Ubavo shalom. Also to engender peace. Haforos nedorim. And also, if a wife made a neder, the husband should nullify the neder. Those are the three things a husband should do. Here, he should what? Chalitza, rather than yibum. Havo shalom and haforos nedorim. Yisrach b'shlosh dvorim min miyun. You should not encourage miyun. Umina pigdonos. You should not become a custodian of a pikodon. because there are all kinds of complications. Virvonos and Erovon. Erovon is become a, what's it called? To become a Ervonos. An Orev, to become a guarantor. Yeah? Stay away from it. No, a guarantor. A guarantor. He doesn't say Pigdonos. What does he say? How does he? Pigdonos is what? Being a custodian to watch something, for safekeeping. What's Ervonos? Yeah. Somebody says, it's not. Normally, a man's married to a minor. He shouldn't encourage his wife to do miyun. Right? The whole purpose why he married is that they should be together.
Right.
He should not encourage. But in our context, why we encourage to do miyun? Because we want him to fulfill the mitzvah even on a Torah level. His brother is married to a sister on a Torah level. He's married to a sister on a rabbinic level. Rabbinically, he can't do yibum. So therefore, Rabbi Lessons, you encourage the husband encourages his wife to walk out. Once she does miyun, retroactively, he was never married to her. Now we can do yibum on the adult, on the widow who's an adult. But normally we don't encourage miyun. Gufa. What's b'chalitza? What do you mean? The Gemara says that the primary mitzvah is yibum, not chalitza. So what does it mean you should encourage chalitza? Kabashol, we had Abashol, the Tanya. Shol Omer, Hakonis is yivimto l'shem noi. If a person fulfills the mitzvah, but he marries his sister because she's attractive for her beauty. L'shem ishus, l'shem dover acher. He wants to marry because he needs a wife, not for the sake of fulfilling the mitzvah, or for some other ulterior motive. She's a rich woman. It's like you're engaging with a forbidden sexual relation. I mean, here the Torah forbids because of the mitzvah. So really, if you have another kabbana, it's already tinged. It's tinged with impurity. You're bordering on illegitimacy. So therefore, what does Rabbi Shol encourage? So how many people are at that level? So therefore, give chalitza. So that we're encouraging chalitza, not yibum, that's going like Abba Shol. Bavor Sholom, what's the case of Bavor Sholom? To engender peace. It says you should seek out peace and you should pursue it. It's not enough just, you want peace, you have to pursue peace. Okay? It's a word fehu. Second. Okay? The Omar. Excuse me. Omar Abavo. Ask you Redifa. We have Xera Shava. It says in Tilim, you should seek out peace and pursue it. It says one who pursues Tzedakah Chesed, Yimtzo Chayim Tzedakah v'Chavod. He will find life, righteousness, and honor. Okay. So Rashi says, why? So he says, Tashlum schar godul havo shalom. There's great reward for bringing peace, similar to doing tzedakah. Shalom she'ochel persom l'mazeh keren kesel mebo. Ki gmil chasodim. T'chsiv b'hu yimtzo chaim tzedakah b'olam u'chavod b'olam hazeh. You know what he's saying? He's saying like this. It says, peace is a great thing. It says, Eldam Shalom Persom l'mazeh keren kesel mebo. Does it say shalom bein adam chavero? Doesn't say shalom bein adam chavero. But nevertheless, here we're saying it is the equivalent of that, because it says redifa bakei shalom rodfeu, and it says by tzedakah and chesed. So just as over there, you merit the use of frucht in this world and the principle in the world to come. Identically, for bringing peace about, also you merit perosei b'olam hazeh keren kesel mebo. It says we encourage that a husband should nullify the vows of his wife. First makes a net, it's like you're building an altar outside the Beis Hamikdash. And if you let it come, and if the husband goes and he solidifies it, it's like what? It's like you brought a korban on that altar. What are the three things you should stay away from? Yeah, from miyun, when she walks out. You shouldn't encourage her to miyun. Because what happens when she becomes an adult, and she regrets that she walked out. So what if she regrets it? What do I care? No. See, if her husband regrets that he divorced her, then it becomes a problem. Because she's married to somebody else and saying, no, says she's like semi-ish-ish. But if she walks out, it's irrelevant what she regretted it. But it says the reason why, because she may regret it when she gets older. Therefore what? And so let her regret it. Norm, what does it say there? The commentary. Which she's not. Right. Right. Okay. Merapigdoinos. You shouldn't be a custodian. First, take things for safekeeping. What is it speaking about? The bar maso, the vaise, ki vaise domi. Yeah, what's going to be? We're speaking about two people living in the same city. I said, could you hold something for me? You know what may happen? That the person's going to visit the custodian's house. The person who gave it. And he'll take it. And then he's come back afterwards. He says, where's my object? Where's my object? So really, the person's a thief. The one who gave it. So stay away from it. If you're taking a picodon from somebody in your community, say, I'm not able to. You discourage it. It's not good advice, because it's only create problems. So we're speaking about bar maso, the vaise, ki vaise domi. The bar maso comes to the house, it's like he's in that house. What about, you shouldn't be a guarantor? Yeah? Ba'arve shaltzion. Yeah? We speak Arve Shaltzion, it's a place. You know what they did? A guarantor doesn't have to pay the loan until only pays if the borrower doesn't want to pay. You know what they do? They didn't even bother with the borrower. Evidently, if the man is the guarantor, that means he's the guy who has the money. They used to go straight to the guarantor and they would demand money from him. Therefore, you don't get involved. Better don't be a guarantor, because you're going to be forced to give up money when you're not obligated to give it. That's what Rashi explains. Same idea. Just a question, what shaltzion? Is it a place? Or it means it's an acronym. He removes himself from the borrower and he puts himself upon the guarantor. Roa Yeroya Ki Orev Zor Roach Haro Tovo L'Makabli Geirim L'Lev Arvei Shaltzion. He says, one evil will follow another evil. It's the Posuk Gimel. Ra Yoroa Ki Orev Zor V'Sone Sokim Boteach. Okay? Roe Ra Yoroa. Ki Orev Zor, Roach Haro Tovod L'Makabli Geirim. Yeah, a person who receives converts. La'avi Shaltzion, and the ones who are guarantors in this community called Shaltzion, will take Atzmul Dvar Alocha. More will explain. And the one who's Tokeh Atzmul Dvar Alocha. See what that means. A person like he's very sure of himself when it comes to a Dvar Alocha, very sure of himself. Let's see what each one is. That converts to the Jewish people like leprosy. So there's no question we'll see Tosis. Because, their behavior is not 100%, or maybe they may outshine the Jew, right? That's one. Shein bekiyin ba'diktik mitzvahs. Rashi v'ulamedin Yisrael b'masein. Since they're not meticulous in the observance of the mitzvahs, the Jews, they're bad examples for other Jews. Kasapach lishon the krod nokat v'nil v'ager aleim nispchu abay Yaakov. Okay. Kosh Yisrael kasapachas. Bior arvei shal tzion. The Avdi Shlufdutz, here because they do Shlufdutz quickly, they grab it and they Tokel Atzmo. What's Tokel Atzmo? Divrei Alocha, Tanya, Rabbi Yossi, Kol Omer, Ein Lo Torah. Ein Lo Torah, Ein Lo Torah. Pshito. Rashi says, Ein Lo Torah, Ein Mekabel Schar Limud. Versus, I don't study, and also I don't accept payment for Torah. Okay? Ein Lo Torah, El Torah. Ein Lo El Torah, Ein Lo Torah, El Kol Omer, Ein Lo Torah. El Torah, Ein Lo El Torah, Hadnami Pshita. Av Elo da Fil Torah Ein Lo, my time. Okay, I think we'll stop here. I'm going to stop over here today.